Welcome to Realitycraft. This is Evo Haining.
The editing time is where I think the most value creation is happening. So we're seeing that our users are averaging anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes of editing time per production minute of video. The industry accepted ratio is 1 hour per minute or more, right? So if you're trying to make, let's just say you are trying to make a new video on your homepage to promote your latest book, and you know the video is going to help it because you can give your own voiceover, explain what the reader is going to get out of it. If you hired an agency to do that, the expected cost of a 30-second internet video is between $800 and $1,200. For a TV ad, it's between $5,000 and $12,000, right? Production time, hours to weeks. For us, everything we do is measured by minutes. So
thank you for joining me today. This is Evo Haining at Realitycraft. I am joined by Jeremy Toeman at AugXLabs. Hi, Jeremy. How are you doing today?
Great, Evo. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to look at your tools and hear more about your generative team and where you've been taking the entire industry in terms of integration between media making and generative tooling and creativity as well. So I'm going to bring up your website. This is AugXLabs, and we're going to take a look very briefly at what you've been creating here. For those of you who are new to the Realitycast, we are here looking at various AI and generative media tools for your workflows, whether you are a creator for YouTube, whether you're publishing. We're going to be looking at a wide variety of tools today. And Jeremy, I would love it if you could just tell us, we're going to breeze through your website really fast here, but I was hoping you could tell us just a little bit of what we're going to be seeing here, and maybe tell us a bit about how you got started with Augie.
Absolutely. What we're doing is we're basically trying to make video easier and more accessible to everybody, right? It's the #1 way to accomplish any marketing goal, whether you're trying to sell a product, get a subscriber. The story of this company came out of me trying to make videos. About a year and a bit ago, I had been doing a podcast for a while, and there was a lot of momentum in the podcast industry to get people to start doing more video recordings. And I was sort of scratching my head, like, I don't know if I really want to be Mr. Webcam guy. That's just sort of not my vibe. But I did think, it would be funny or actually interesting to an audience if instead of seeing me talk, they could see visuals, whether they're clips or images or whatever, that match the words I'm talking about. My co-founder and I started brainstorming how to do it. And basically January of last year, we started building what we now call Augie. It's a tool that turns your words into videos using AI and a bunch of other cool technology. If you hired an agency to do that, the expected cost of a 30-second internet video is between $800 and $1,200. For a TV ad, it's between $5,000 and $12,000, right? Production time, hours to weeks. For us, everything we do is measured by minutes. So by enabling and empowering those of us who don't have the tools, we're helping that market. We're also seeing pro video editors are using it now, because what we've done, and I talk to these folks all the time because there's so many of them using our product, and I've worked with them over the years, and their reaction's not like, oh my God, you're taking my job. The reaction very quickly is, oh, I can do the fun parts of my job with more time, right? And that's where, to me, that summarizes what AI assistant is supposed to do. Take away the boring work, give you the fun parts.
Maybe get going if you are a creator trying to use these tools today.
That's right. But if when you apply for the beta, if you tell them Evo or I sent you, we'll try to bump you up in the queue. The queue's getting a little longer, but we're scaling quickly and trying to let in as many people as fast as we can.
Excellent.
So anyhow, welcome to Augie. This is the product that you're seeing here. And the basic user interface is pretty simple. You've got your preview. You've got your timeline, storyboard, film strip. People call these different things, but basically this is all the content that's going to be in your video. And then you have the transcript. And for anyone who's ever done video editing, what you'll notice right away is where's all the stuff that I'm supposed to do? I have to drag this to here and coordinate this there and push this thing over there. We realized that if we want to make average people, if we want to give the yous and me's of the world the ability to do some video editing, we're going to have to make all that much, much easier. So our system is designed to use the transcript to control the entire video content. So let's listen to it again for the first just few seconds here, and you'll see what I mean. I often get asked, what are all the cool features my product has? So here's what you can do in Augie. Okay, so I often get asked, right? And that's why you saw it switch to this what can you do image. That's because we use these little green bars here are what divide up from one shot to another. So I'm just going to move this one down here, for example. And you can see now we've actually changed which words are in which segment. And so I can keep doing this till I get it exactly at the timing that I particularly want. Similarly, I can very easily create new segments. And then when I create a new segment, you can see here it shows this little static image. That's on purpose. So I can go now over to replace image. And it says you can turn. So I'm just going to type in those words. And what this will do is search from our clip library. We have a partnership with Getty. We also have integrations with Bing and Jiffy, as well as Lexica, so that wherever you might want to find an image from, you can. And so I can go browse through a variety of options. If I want something, again, I'm a very Giphy, whimsical kind of guy, but if I want to get a bit more serious, I'll go to stock photography and look for something a bit more well done or higher quality imagery. So there we go. We'll just use that one for now. And then you can apply simple filters just like you do in apps like Instagram and Snapchat and all those. You can make easy video effects. So if you remember the beginning of the video, you saw it full screen and a Ken Burns effect. So Ken Burns is the pen scan. If I want to make it zoom in, you can turn these boring. You can make it zoom in just by tapping this one button, or zoom out instead, and we can just see the results of that. These boring. Now you see here, you got me in the middle. That's because over here in the placement tab, we've tried to make some of the more advanced features of apps like Premiere Pro and others super accessible. If I want to be just me, if I want to show the image that was found, there's a variety of fun picture-in-picture options. I can actually control which one's in the foreground and background if I want to. I can do the split screen effect as well. I can turn off that closed caption in case you've been annoyed by that this whole time. So part of the point of this is to make it super fast and easy. I can upload on my own, or I can also generate a piece of content to go right in the middle of my video. So I want to pause there because I know I was showing a lot all at once. But I want to pause in there, Eva, to see if there's anything you want me to show off in particular, or keep moving.
Well, there's a lot of things, actually. I thought about